Welcome everyone, my name is Mario Toyos, Future Industrial Engineering, and in today's topic I will talk about how social media has changed human relations. In order to do that, I will start by defining what is social media. Well, social media is websites and applications that enable users to create and share content or participate in social networking. First of all, I would like to ask you something. Does anyone still remember a world without social media? I still remember when I was 8 years old and my father helped me to open my first Facebook page. So the internet has turned our existence upside down. As I speak in this particular presentation, millions are browsing around the cloud for answers. If you think about it, we as humans are more used to get our answers instantly about how are my friends doing? What's trending in fashion right now? Who's winning the series of baseball? Okay, so for today's presentation, I will summarize the current status for social media in our society, how human interactions has changed through the years. I will give you some pros, I will give you some cons, and I will end this presentation by giving my conclusion. First of all, Denzel Sarams once said in 2020 that the rise of the internet has sparked a debate about how online communications affect social relationships. The internet frees us from geographic filters and brings us together in topic-based communities that are not tied down to any specific place. Ours is a network globalized society connected by new technology. The internet is the tool we have to interact with one another, and it currently poses new challenges to our privacy and security. So, for context, as of December of 2019, a great year by the way, total worldwide population is 7.8 billion. The internet has 4.54 billion users. There are 3.725 billion active social media users. On average, people have 7.6 social media accounts. The average daily time spent on social media is 142 minutes a day. So, in what ways has this changed human relations? Mm, Whether it's promoting companies or reaching out to friends and family, social networking has shown to be a major advantage to almost anyone anywhere. Justin Lee, 2020. Society has shown through the years that even communicating with or another person has their own evolutive process. You can look back to 20 or 30 years ago and you can see that it's way different from recent times. For example, people used to call via telephones with a specific zone codes, use emails to a message of friends, as odd as it sounds, and we were not using social media the whole time because we still acknowledged more the face-to-face contact instead of being attached to an electronic device everywhere and every time. So here's some pros. Communicating with our loved ones is easier with social media. You can be autodidact with any topic. You can show what you've been up to in many different ways, such as photograph, Instagram, your current status, Twitter, and being Facebook, etc. You can control certain things about how people perceive you if you want them. Creating new relationships has never been that easy as today it is. People can make a living out of these tools if they want to. You can become a content creator. People can get what they want, whether it's food for information or a product. So social media can only benefit us? No. Do you remember the scene of Wally back in 2008 where these persons were close to each other but never seemed to talk to between each other after their futuristic screens, like this one, turn it off. So if we can get everything we want, as you saw in the movie, by just using our cell phones or futuristic screens, this including normal communications, what is going to happen to human relations? We will start losing them. Well, not really, but this is how it affects us. Here are some cons. We're losing basic human interactions to develop as we should. For example, people are becoming more apathetic by not interacting with the real world and just staying in front of the screen. Simple concepts as love are being transformed to a new concept for future generations. For example, how is liking someone else's picture on Instagram seen as a betrayal to an effective relationship? I'm pretty sure you heard that one before. Because yes, people nowadays are taking these sections very seriously. We're more concerned about how we're seen in social media than in real life. For example, people create two-way identities in order to be perceived as cool in the internet. The constant pressure of social media is really affecting our mental and physical health. So, in conclusion, the way we used to live was very different, and our needs were not the same as today. People used to wait for long periods of time just to communicate with anyone, but thankfully, we're not facing those problems in the present. Although we don't necessarily need to be face to face with another person to maintain a conversation, it's true that we're becoming more dependent to keep it online, and we're more likely to avoid essential interactions in real life. The way we communicate will always be in constant development, as you saw in the statistics that I showed you before. And the internet itself, including social media, could be either detrimental or beneficial, depending on how you use them. So after all these pros and cons that I just gave you through this presentation, I would like you to ask yourself, how does social media impact your life? Does it affect you in a good way or a bad way? I will leave you to answer this just for you. Thank you for listening my presentation, and this is it.